Okay, welcome to this new weekly outlook. It's currently the 26th of February, so we're nearing the end of the month. We are in that special year when February has 29 days, so keep it in mind when trading end of the month. And in the coming minutes, we're going over the pairs I'm looking at. Starting with DXY, we're going over DXY pairs and over the indices. And before we do that, always look at your roadmap, and that's Forex Factory. So we got on Monday, we have an orange folder for USD. Red folder start on Tuesday, so expect the most volatility Tuesday. We can get a classic AMD here, where Monday is kind of consolidating. Tuesday is going to be like a big move up or down, setting the higher low of the week, and then continue the rest of the week. We got some big red folders for New Zealand USD, unemployment claims is a big one, GDP as well. So yeah, we got a nice week coming at us. So let's dive into the charts. All right, currently we're looking at the DXY, and on the monthly, we're still inside that monthly fair value gap. I'm expecting this one to hold, and after that, continue to the yearly fair value gap. If you haven't seen the previous weekly outlook, let me show you what's on the 12-month chart, and it's a beautiful yearly fair value gap created between 2021 and 2023. So here's the gap. So expecting from the monthly to trade down to the yearly fair value gap. So shorts on for DXY very soon. So then the question, what does that mean for the other pairs? So if you look at DXY, what you want to see of a high is that it displaced, leaving a fair value gap breaking structure. I don't really like this price action, so I would be surprised if we can get up to here one more time before diving into the yearly fair value gap. So I'm keeping like longs for DXY and so shorts for the USD pairs in mind. But let's see what the beginning of the week brings us. Then for the indices also really interesting right now. We got a new all-time high on the NQ this Friday. Took a loss right here. I was expecting this high to hold, but it didn't. But now we see a new fair value gap created, a daily fair value gap. I'll be looking at longing this one more time. What you see around March is an SMT. So one of the indices fails to make a higher high, and we see a shift to the downside. So expecting that this year as well. So longs are still in play until otherwise. So what we will do is look at the 1 hour. This is the daily fair value gap, and this is not very nice. Not like the market maker sell model. So what you want to see is high taken, something like this for a market maker sell model. So longs are on for me for NQ later this week. Let's see what the market brings us. What you want to do with like a big fair value gap like that, as ICT teaches, break them down in like quarters. So 50% fair value gap is a really important level. For ES is kind of the same. Also fair value gap created right here. So also looking for longs, but keep in mind that quarterly shifts coming up. YM the same. So there isn't any SMT right here because all the indices all made a all-time high. So let's see what happens coming days. Then we go to AOD USD. We see a beautiful reaction from the monthly fair value gap. So what I want to see is market coming to these highs. And if you go to the daily, if we see a fair value gap where we can perhaps trade off from, no, we're not seeing anything. This is kind of ugly price action like all wicks. So this is not anything I would touch. We have the higher time frame bias for the upside, and that matches perfectly with the movement with DXY to the downside, to the yearly fair value gap. But this is not very good. So we want to see like a displacement up, leaving fair value gap or an order block. We have this order block here. So let's see how price reacts from there, but otherwise I wouldn't touch it right now. Then let's go to Euro USD. Euro USD is a pair I don't like currently. If you look at the movement right here, it took liquidity, displaces, it left this monthly fair value gap open, displayed, and now it's consolidating since like the beginning, like all year it was one big consolidation. What I want to see is displacement one to one side, also on the weekly. Also not very much to see. We are in this fair value gap right here. And price is respecting it this far, so let's see what it does, but it isn't the best price action. So I would say with DXY going down very soon, we could see like this high and this high taking out, but for now I'm not touching it. Then for GU still had this monthly and weekly fair value gap left open. Could be breakaway because EURUSD already touched it, and we got a clear draw on liquidity. That's this swing high with the monthly fair value gap on top. So this would be my draw on liquidity on the monthly. And what we want to have then, if we're on the monthly with draw on liquidity, that's up here, we want to have a fair value gap where we can trade off from. There's the only fair value gap we have right here is this one. So I'm going to watch price when it is here, but so we have this monthly fair value gap as a draw on liquidity up there, and we have this fair value gap. When looking at if it's in premium or discount, this is in discount. So what we can do is look at how price reacts from here and possibly look for a long from here to the monthly fair value gap. So when price come here, I will set an alert and I will look, okay, is there a market structure shift? Is there a market maker buy model forming? And if it does, I'm going to take this. So for now, I'm going to put GBP USD for longs. It's on the car. Then go to New Zealand dollar USD. This is a beautiful one. We have a red folder on Tuesday. And what happened is we were on the monthly fair value gap. It reacted perfectly and it even took another move with liquidity right here with this wick. And now what it does, it displaces upwards, breaking structure right here, leaving a fair value gap. So I'm waiting for price to come here and expecting to target these highs right here. So New Zealand USD is beautiful for this week for longs as well. Then we go to USD CAD. USD CAD is kind of the same what we saw with Euro USD. It's consolidating for months. And we get a tiny monthly fair value gap right here, but I don't like that. It's too small for my bearings, so I don't like this pair currently. So I'm going to leave it alone. If you go on the daily, at this annotation last week, because if this swing low is broken with displacement, hunt for shorts. So what I actually wanted to see last week on USD CAD was displacement down and then going upwards. But we have like sells liquidity and buys liquidity resting, so I'm kind of hesitant with engaging. Gun to my head, I would say USD CAD is going to be upwards first to take this equal highs before moving down. But I just want to wait for a fair value gap to be created. So if you're not sure, if there's another clear draw on liquidity, it's really important. Okay, where are the fair value gaps? Where are the highs? Where are the lows? And if there's not a clear draw on liquidity, just skip it for now and wait till it's clearer. There are lots of pairs to trade, so don't be confused. Then let's look at USD CSF. And we have a beautiful reaction from the monthly and weekly. So let's go to a lower time frame. It touched the weekly fair value gap and moved away. So I would now say that our draw on liquidity with USD going downwards, that we're going to see a move towards this weekly fair value gap. So for USD CSF, let's go back to, we have orange folder on Thursday. Not much news. So for CSF, but we of course have USD news. So I will count on a draw to the week fair value gap as a move for this week. So also going to note it down, and I'm going to leave it for now. These are the pairs I'm going to look at. So GBP USD, USD, and USD CSF. The Euro CAD, GBP CAD, like the other pairs are still on the list. I'm not going to discuss right now. I'm going to focus on the USD pairs. It's important for yourself also is to not focus on too many pairs. And we discussed now around like 10 different pairs, and keep it like this. And if you get more experience, you got some wins in, you got a feeling for this, make a longer list and just whitelist them. Like I got 3 pairs I want to trade, actually 4 with the NQ longs from the fair value gap. and just look for your old highs, old lows for value gaps on the higher time frame, and go down when the price is reaching those levels to see like if there's a market maker sell model or buy model appearing. This is it for this week. Later this week, I'm going to release a new video to the YouTube channel, new educational video. And I hope you enjoyed this outlook. If there's any questions, please reach out to me via Twitter or Telegram. And I hope you get some value out of this. If you did, please like and subscribe. Just start this new YouTube channel. Amazing feedback already, and I'm really excited to bring even more value to the space. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.